I just want to intro this top 10 list because it was interesting to me in 2017. There was nothing notable that I purchased in a designer game that was worthy to make my fall list. The only two that could have made this list that I bought last year was, of course, Spice Bomb Extreme, which I bought around fall, and of course Gucci Guilty Absolute, which would have killed this list. However, I bought it more in the start of winter, so it wasn't fair for me to include it in this list, even though I'm making this list today in 2018. So we got a bunch of returnees, and so let's cut this long ass intro and let's start the list. What's going on, YouTube fragrance family? Welcome to my top 10 fall designer fragrances for the year 2017. I just released my top 10 niche, and on to winter is next. But last year's list was a top 20, like I said in the introduction. So I am cutting a lot of the fat, and you're gonna see some. We got a new number one. The number one from last year didn't make the list this year. That's what happens when you make a top 10 list and you have so many that could make this top 10 list. So this is of course my list. These are my personal tastes. From year to year they do change quite a bit. This year you're going to see a lot of returnees. My taste doesn't change too much, especially if I didn't buy too many. I may go back to the old familiars. So let's start this top 10 at number 10. It was number 19 last year from the House of Burberry. This is now considered a cheapie on the market, which is a great purchase. So if you don't have this in your arsenal and you're looking for something cheap that's great for fall and winter, this one's great. And it's gorgeous. This is from Burberry, of course, and this is arguably their best men's scent, Burberry London. Again, a lot of people emphasize on the new releases from these brands, but especially on this case, this is probably the men's best release from the House of Burberry. It's considered a cheapie now in the fragrance game. It's got port wine, cinnamon, tobacco-based scent. There is some longevity and projection issues with this one with a lot of people, but it's great for casual use around the fireplace, indoors. This is great for Thanksgiving around Christmas time. This is my definition of a designer fall fragrance, right here in a nutshell. It's even got the little warm coat for it. It's warming, it's comforting. Those are the two that come to mind when I'm thinking of Burberry London. Perfectly balanced and not too strong. This is one thing that a lot of people miss from Burberry London is when people describe it, it seems so dark and so almost winter-like based of a fragrance, but it really is great for also spring nights and things like that. It really has some air to it. It really isn't that dense as a fragrance. So Burberry London, a great pick. Number 19 last year, squeaked into the top 10. It is a staple for me ever since I've had this YouTube channel. So Burberry London at number 10. Let's go to number 9. Again, another one that made it last year. This is from the House of Guerlain. I love Guerlain. This fragrance right here is all about mostly the quality, the blend of things like that. I mean, it really, if you blindfolded me, I almost shall I say, I hate saying niche quality, but I would almost say this is a niche fragrance. I know it comes from Guerlain because it has that DNA, but oh yeah, beautiful, beautiful scent. And this is at number 15 last year, squeezing to the top 10 this year at number 9, Ideal EDP, not the Eau de Toilette version. I don't own the Eau de Toilette, so if you do own the Eau de Toilette, comment below. Let me know if that one's a worthy purchase for me. So the EDP, a great flanker to the EDT. If the EDT is even a smidge as good as this stuff, we got a winner. Guerlain quality, good longevity on this one, solid projection. It's a little lighter than some of the others that you're going to see in this list. It doesn't have that density that other fragrances have in this list. The Tonka in here's the star of the show. It's very solid, works well with its secondary notes in the scent. You get the one thing with a great Tonka note is you get the cherry and you get, of course, the almond-like feel of Tonka, and you get both in here. Not too many designers can pull that off from the note of Tonka. The blend is what sells this fragrance to me. Great for daily use. It can be a signature scent in the cooler weather, but also great for nighttime, mostly for nighttime use. Dress it up, dress it down. This is almost as versatile as they get for this season. Now look at number 8, used to be number 1 on this list back in the day. It is a mainstay on my top 20 designer fall and winter list from the house of Mugler. And this one right here, the whole Amen lineup, to be quite honest, I usually pick like 3 or 4 and they're in steady rotation during the cooler months. So this one right here usually is in the 4. I hardly take this one out. Usually Amen, Pure Malt are the 2 mainstays, and you'll know it's one of these right now. And then there's the other 2 that are interchangeable, and the rest of them kind of collect dust until my tastes change a little bit from year to year. But this one right here, number 1 on this list in the past, so it's a great scent, and the hype has died down quite a bit on this fragrance, so really it's a great time to get it. This one right here, number 11 last year, this year at number 8. Beautiful, beautiful scent from Mugler. This is Amen Pure Malt. Pure Malt, again, such a mainstay in my collection. I always wear this. This and Amen are my 1-2 punch, especially for designer. And it usually for designer, when I'm looking for something a little more daring, challenging, these are the type of fragrances that still comfort, and they're warming like these type of fragrances, but they have that little bit of challenge to them. I love it. Again, the hype is down in the cellar now. None of this new generation YouTube fragrance reviewers talk about this fragrance, so this is a good time to get it. I'm probably the only one talking about this now. One of the best flankers in the men's game, maybe. Perfect for a cooler day. This can be a signature scent during the cooler months. Casually, you can wear this on a date, but mostly nighttime type of scent. Perfect for fall and of course winter. At number 8 now, let's take a look at number 7. Number 7 from the house of Dolce & Gabbana, and this is from the 1 series, and I absolutely love the 1 series. Some people hate this series, but I believe the scents themselves are absolutely amazing, especially from the rest of what Dolce & Gabbana does for the men's game is not much. So this 1 series is great. I love it. And this one I think is the cream of the crop. It was number 8 last year, so it moves up to number 7. And oh, she's gorgeous. And this is the One Royal Night. If you haven't gotten your nose on the One Royal Night, definitely do. The uses of spices, woods, makes this scent what it is. I think I mentioned last year, I still need to review this one, but the use of sandalwood is absolutely gorgeous in this. It gives the scent almost a classy edge to the syrupy amber in this fragrance. So it really is a beautiful mesh of notes here. It's easy to wear. It's versatile in the fall. This is Mr. Versatility in the fall. You can wear it daily, but usually you want to wear this more at night. It has an air of sexuality to it just because it's so nice. I'm a huge fan of the series, and this one, I know a lot of people love the original, the one, but I think this one is a little step higher for me personally. The One Royal Night, go check it out at number 7. Now, when I brought up a Pure Malt, I talked about a number 1 on this list in the past. This is another one that was number 1 on this list in the past. So again, my taste doesn't change. They are in the rotation. Last year, this one made at number 10, so it just squeaked into the top 10. Now it moves up to number 6. It's from the house of Dior, and this is beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous scent. Probably the classiest one in this list. This is DHI, Dior Intense. And I know the Parfum version is a great, great version of the scent. Some like the Parfum version much better than DHI. DHI and me, I have 3 bottles of DHI. I have the recent formulation. This is the old school, you wish you were me bottle. But yeah, I got 3 bottles of this stuff, no joke. And it is just one of those designer scents that exudes, it's just much better than what its price tag says. It's another staple in this list. I don't think I've ever done this list once I bought this without it. Been number 1 in the past. It's one of those fragrances that's kind of getting lost in the shuffle like Pure Malt is. The iris in this fragrance is so full. It's beautiful. The blend's there. The quality's there. Dior lineup is all about quality. It's a step above any other lineup in the men's game, in my personal opinion. I can wear this one anytime. Best worn with a suit. This is by far the more sexiest and the more luxurious scent on this list. If I had to, describe these as far as dress code, this would be my tux of the list. So it's one of those that you dress up. Out of this list, this would probably be the one I would wear when I'm dressed up. Now let's hit up my top 5. This one right here from the House of Versace. Talking about number ones in the past on this list, this also made number 1 in the past. Last year it was number 7, so it moves up to number 5 this year. And beautiful, beautiful scent. Again, more about blend and the quality of the scent. I've been saying that for a lot of these. And this one of the better Versace's, man. This one, of course, Versace Pour Homme Oud Noir. Oud Noir, what a beautiful bottle. Let's put it right here. What a beautiful, beautiful bottle at number 5. While everyone and their mother is talking about Dylan Blue, I took a liking to its older, darker, and more mysterious brother. That's me. This one, since it's been in my collection, has been a top 10 hit in the fall. It's a lighter, westernized oud-based scent. It has great versatility to it. It's signature scent worthy around this time of fall. You can wear it at work. You can wear it daily wear. You can wear it at night during a date. The woods, the spices, and the interesting use of leather in this fragrance, absolutely gorgeous. Often compared to oud wood from Tom Ford, not by me, but in the internets. It is definitely a westernized oud. One of the best Versace releases in the men's game in a very, very long time. So Versace Pour Homme Oud Noir, probably the best Pour Homme for me as far as my taste. I like the original too. Dylan Blue, no. No. Now number 4 from the House of Lalique. And you guys know where I'm going with this one, but you don't know which one I'm going with. Maybe not. Maybe you saw it in the thumbnail, but this thing, from the Encre Noire series, it's not Encre Noire though. It was number 9 last year, moves up to the top 5 at number 4. This fragrance, Encre Noire à l'extrême. À l'extrême, the newest flanker from the Encre Noire series. It's not an extreme version of Encre Noire. So the name does not, it's not that. This one is cleaned up a bit here. Don't get it confused just because it's in this list, and sadly Encre Noire is not in this list, does not mean this is better than Encre Noire. Encre Noire is a classic. It's the best in the lineup in my personal opinion. I love Encre Noire, but this has a lot of redeeming qualities, and that's why it makes this list. It's its second year in a row in my top 10. That's no easy task for fall, definitely in the designer game. And this scent is definitely worth it. Much easier to wear than the original, but continues to push the woods, the greens, and it's highly versatile. Well worth a buy for me, especially for the price these Encre Noire go. If you like vetiver and you haven't smelled any Encre Noire, it's almost a safe bet to buy all 3, and you're probably going to be ahead with a $100 bill. That's how cheap these are, especially at discounters. Get them for like $20 to $30, I'm guessing, each bottle. So probably the best bet as far as bang for your buck, especially on this list. Nothing is going to be around. Well, maybe this guy right here might be as cheap as it. But Encre Noire L'Extrême, really good at number 4. Now at number 3, talking about number 1s on this list in previous years. This one has been there, and it has been there for a while. It is one of the best designer fragrances ever from the House of Mugler, and this one, the classic. This one, so great. This is, of course, the originator, Amen, and it's a beautiful refillable flask that I have here. Amen was number 6 last year, moving up to number 3, going for that number 1 spot, but didn't make it this year. Some of my favorites around this time from past years, like Boss Bottled, Le Male, these were fragrances that I worn on the regular. So back in my past, they were signature scents for me. Not that I'm saying that those fragrances are bad. I still wear them from this day, but they haven't made a dent as far as Amen does. In regards to always being in my rotation. Sometimes I just put Le Male on the side and I want to enjoy other fragrances. Amen, when fall hits, boom. It's automatic. some scents can replace the spice that I want from Boss Bottled. Some scents can replace the sweetness from Le Male. If I want lavender, I got other fragrances that can do it. But there's only one Amen. There's nothing else in the game that will replace this. This stuff, still scratching my head on how great this fragrance is. It's still modern to this day, released in the 90s. Top 3 on a fall list is exactly where this thing belongs. Complexity, it's challenging, and it's one of my favorites in the designer game, bar none, as a whole. Enough said for Amen. What a great, great scent. Now looking at number 2, was number 3 last year, moving on up to number 2. So you know that this one has steadily been one of my favorite designers for the cooler months. This thing from the House of Gucci, and Gucci's doing good. You know, Gucci Guilty Absolute's coming up. So we might see a couple Gucci's in a list in the near future. But this one right here, oh, gorgeous. Gorgeous. This is Gucci Intense Oud. The bottle's gorgeous. I love this bottle, and the juice itself matches this beautiful bottle. Gucci, dare I say, is back, baby. Some compare this to Black Afghano Light. It's got incense, it's smoky, it's resinous, it's got some resinous amber, some woods here. Good longevity and projection on this one. A surprising release from Gucci. I didn't think they could do this, and it's continuing to thrive on my list. Again, last year at number 3, number 2 this year. Now with the addition of Gucci Guilty Absolute to the stable, I may think that we're going to get some Gucci twin action here in the top 10, most likely in 2018, when Gucci used to rock these top 10s for me when I had Gucci put on 1 and 2 in these lists. And those are 2 amazing scents, and that's just the attestation of, a top 10 list for these seasonal videos. Jeez, man, it's hard to pick. Like, Gucci put on 1 is still great. A great cedar incense based fragrance. Geez, that thing could be number 1 on this list any day of the week. So there is some great fragrances that I don't mention, but these are the ones that I reach out for. So at number 2, Gucci Intense Oud, and we have a new number 1, the number 1 from last year. Do I even have it around here? No, I don't. I'm trying to remember. Ferragamo was number 1 last year. Umo. So that one didn't make the list. Not saying that it was a bad set, and not saying that I didn't wear it this fall. I definitely did. But we got a new number 1 from the house of Jean-Paul Gaultier. Was number 2 last year. Went for the throne, missed. This year, made it. So it's got its number 1. And oh, this stuff is gorgeous. I don't understand that this is not getting as much press as it should. This is, of course, Le Male Essence de Parfum, and this bottle is absolutely gorgeous. And as you can see, I put a pretty good dent on my Le Male Essence de Parfum. So number 2 last year, made it finally at number 1 this year. One of the better flankers of my love of the original. Le Male is absolutely gorgeous. I don't care what anybody says. For me, it's always going to have a special place in my heart as a signature scent for me. Wore it in high school, all through these years. Still a staple for me. I wear it from time to time. And Jean-Paul Gaultier has released quite a bit of flankers of Le Male, and I mean quite a bit. Especially every freaking summer. There's an eau fraiche version. So this one utilizes the original lavender from the original, and that's it. It pulls a tiny bit from the original, but it uses leather, like a suede-like leather, which is very popular in these designer releases in the past few years. Cardamom, which is hugely popular, especially because of La Nuit de l'Homme. It utilizes cardamom the same way as La Nuit does. Very nice. A little pinch of cinnamon here to warm things up a bit. I think this is one of the warmer Le Male flankers. Tonka bean, of course, in here. So it's utilizing a lot of the modern notes that are popular these days and kind of put it all together with the lavender from Le Male. A great release. It's got tons of hate, to be quite honest, and truly unwarranted in my honest opinion. It takes only the lavender from the original and builds a modern scent that is truly complex, well built, Spices aren't too spicy. The leather and tonka aren't too strong. Just enough to be versatile to wear during the spring, summer nights. It's great for that. But also, of course, she's built for fall. She's great for fall. Dress it up, dress it down, casually with jeans, a suit, going on dates. Hell, it's signature scent worthy for the fall. And of course, you can wear it, summer nights, spring days even, when it's raining. It's perfect for that. Even during the winter, once in a while. It's great. An excellent release. And that bottle, God damn that bottle. So congratulations to Jean-Paul Gaultier in the new #1 on my fall top 10 designer list for 2017. As always, I love hearing your comments. What do you guys think about the list? Do you think any of these is going to make my winter designer top 10? That's coming up soon on my channel. What do you think I'm missing? I'm missing quite a bit. I could ramble on for a whole hour with you guys and say which one's number 21 right up to number 100 for fall. But I don't think anybody wants to see that anymore. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see your comments below. Have a good one.